it's Marisol and welcome back to Bookverse. So this video is kind of long overdue, but it is going to be my book haul from a book outlet for their Black Friday sale that they had. And so let's get started with that. This is going to be my Black Friday book outlet haul, and the reason it's so late, since Black Friday, is in November, it's because one, they send out an email that they had so many orders that it's going to take a while to ship, and then two, I had actually planned to film this with the box and everything, but I got one of the books and it was completely damaged, and it was the one book that I wanted the most, so I contacted them and it took forever for them to respond and tell me that they were going to send me a new book and like the pictures and all that stuff. And so I finally got it. So now I'm gonna show you guys what I got for Black Friday, which was a really awesome deal, I have to say so, because if you don't know, Book Outlet is an awesome online store and they do have a lot of deals where a lot of their books are at a discounted price, and then with Black Friday on top of, sale on top of a sale, it was just a great deal. So without further ado, let's start. So the first book I got was The Raft by S.A. Bodine, and she's the author of Compound. In this book, I heard someone, I can't remember who, was talking about it on their channel, but it sounded really interesting, and it's about the main girl, her name's Robbie, and she goes on this trip to visit an aunt in Hawaii, I believe, and so something happens and she like suddenly has to leave, and she's on this plane and it fails, it crashes, she ends up with the pilot whose name I believe is Max or something like that, and they end up on this raft and with no water, no food, no nothing. So it's like a survival story, and it sounded really interesting, and it was only $2.79, so how could I not? And then after that book, one I've been wanting to read for a while, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and it was also made into a movie, is Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion, however you pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have read this book or watched the movie. I haven't watched the movie, I want to read the book first. And it's interesting. The main character, his name is R, and it's told from his perspective, and in this book, he is a zombie. So I am really excited to get to this book because, one, I don't think I've ever read a book about zombies, to be honest, and two, because it's told from his perspective. And like Walking Dead and all that, all other zombie stories, you don't expect zombies to have like thoughts or anything, so I'm interested in how this is gonna turn out. And this one was a good deal too. It was, let me pull up my prices, you guys, it was only $3.49, so I had to snatch this one. And then after that, another book I got, it's one that I've been wanting for a while, and I believe the sequel just came out recently last year, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first book, and it's called Reboot by Amy Tintera. And on here it says, 5 years ago I died, 178 minutes later I woke up. And pretty much this is a world where, from what I've heard, because I don't want to know too much about it, the main character, died 5 years ago, and then she woke up 178 minutes later, and supposedly the longer you are dead before you wake up, the less human you are when you come back as a reboot. So it sounded really interesting, and I just want to read this. I wanted it in a hardcover, but I'm good with paperback. And like I said, I think the sequel is already out, and it's called Rebel or something like that. And then this book I got for $2.49, so couldn't pass that up. Alright, and then after that, these are two books that actually go together, and I already have the first two in the series, which is the Water Song series, and the first book is Wake, the second one is Lullaby. And then I got the third book, which is Tidal, and Amanda Hawking writes the series. The only thing that's sad is I got the third and fourth book, and then this is the fourth book, which is Elegy, but can you tell the difference? So the first two books and the fourth book I have are in paperback, and the third book is in hardcover, so they're not gonna match. So yeah, but I mean, they were fantastic deals, and I just want to have the series already so I can finish it. And I mean, Elegy, which is the fourth book, was only $2.79, and the reason I caved in and bought Tidal even though it's in hardcover is because it was only $2.09. I mean, come on. And these are the prices that I got them for before like the sale, because the total, I got 11 books, you guys, for with shipping and tax and everything. I only paid $32.98, so that was an amazing deal. And I might eventually get Tidal in paperback, but I mean, have to have it, and now I have the whole series so I can finish that, so I'm excited. And if you want to know a little bit about this series, it's about mermaids. I don't want to give anything away or spoil it, but if you're interested. And after that book, I also got one that I've been eyeing for a while, and to be honest, the only reason this book caught my attention is because of the cover, and I finally had to get it. It was like $3.49, and it is Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill. And it's just from what I read, it's like a love story, and that's pretty much all I know about that, so sorry if that's not very informative on the book. But I mean, look at the cover. The colors are just amazing. It's gorgeous, and it's not that long of a book, actually. It's pretty short, but I'm excited to read it. I've been wanting it for a while, and I was eyeing it on Book Outlet, and then with the Black Friday sale, I added it to my cart and got it. So I mean, not much more reasoning than that. And another book that I've also been eyeing for a while and been wanting is this book, which is Fateful by Claudia Gray. And I like Claudia Gray. I've read some of her other books. And then this one, I remember when it came out a really long time ago, I was at Barnes & Noble, I picked it up just because she wrote it. And I read like the first chapter and I liked it. I never picked it up. And it's pretty much a love story retelling, and about a girl that falls in love with someone, and they're on the Titanic. So we all know what happened with the Titanic, which is tragic and sad. So I feel like it's gonna be a tragic love story. I mean, we know they're impending doom. I mean, one of them might survive. I don't know what's gonna happen. I believe it's a trilogy. Sorry if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if it is or not, but yes, I've been wanting this for a while, so I finally picked it up. And this one, let me look, my phone keeps locking on me. I got for $2.79, and it's hardcover, so I mean, it's an awesome deal. And going on with books I've been wanting for a while, this one's also I believe it's a trilogy. The first two books are out, and I think the third one's coming out soon. And it is Mystic City by Theo Lawrence. And it's pretty much, I think it's a sci-fi fantasy. I don't know much about it other than the main girl. It's like two families that hate each other, and I think it's like a parallel, like, alternative reality that takes place in Manhattan. And it's about two worlds, like two families that hate each other, and there's magic. But for some reason, she has to be married to a guy from the opposing family, and she has like parts of her memory missing, so she doesn't understand why her parents would set her up with someone that they hate. And there's magic and a lot of stuff going on in the series, so it just sounded really cool and like something I might enjoy. And then this one was only like $3.49 also, so I've been wanting it for a bit. And I mean, like, look at the cover, it's freaking amazing. And I saw that cover to the other book, and it's pretty much like a guy in the same style, and then he's coming from the opposite direction. So I want to read this. If I like it, I definitely plan to pick up the second and third book when those are available. And talking of beautiful covers, another book I got was Let the Sky Fall. And this is the first book in a series. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or more, so don't quote me on that, but this one's by Shannon Messenger. And it's the first book in the series, like I said. But look at the cover. Isn't it just freaking gorgeous? Like the orange, the sky, they're like trapped in a tornado. I just know it's like paranormal, supernatural romance story between the two people. And I don't think I've read anything like that in like young adult. So I was interested by it. And then on the back it says, broken by their past, divided by their futures, bound by love. So I hope it's a good story, and you know, it sounded interesting. I love the cover. If I like it, I'm gonna pick up the second cover, which is just as gorgeous, but it's like in blue hues. So I'm excited for this one. And this one was like $4.19, so not bad for a hardcover, you know? And then the last two books, actually the one I'm gonna show you next, I kind of messed up on because it's part of I think it's a trilogy also, and it's the book Boundless, which I thought I added the first book, which is Unearthly, because I don't have this series. I could have sworn it was the first book that I added to my cart, but I guess I added the third and final book to this series, so I can't start this. So I'm gonna have to wait because I need to get through some of my TBR. That's my goal for this year, and you know, get through a lot of the books I haven't read yet before I can buy more books. But this one was only $1.74. So I mean, I don't regret it, even though I can't start it. You know, less than $2. It's in really nice condition. It's paperback, and I mean, I love the cover. And this series is about angels, and I've only read one or two other series that have angels in it, so I'm intrigued by it. I don't know, I've heard people talk about it and say good things, so I'm just gonna have to hold off on it. But at least I have the final book, so it'll be a constant reminder in the back of my head that I need to get the first two. And then the final book, which is the main book, why I placed this order, that I've been wanting for so long after I heard Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey talk about it, is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And I have heard amazing things about this from her and from a lot of other people that have this book, and I kept putting it off because this is a hardcover, and the hardcover is like $24, and I was like, what if I don't like it? Yeah, I could read the first chapter, but it just sounds so good. And so I kept putting it off because there's a lot of other books I wanted and that, you know, got a lot of deals and stuff. And then for Black Friday, I saw that it was on the site for only, how much was it? It was $4.19. So I was really excited. I picked it up, and hold on, you guys. So yeah, I was really excited and I picked it up, and I mean, this is the only reason I put in the order. To be honest, this was the one book I really wanted. I mean, look at it. It's freaking gorgeous. Look at that cover, the spine, the back, and when you take off the dust jacket, it's just freaking gorgeous. Look at that book. How could you like not want this in your bookshelf? And it just sounds amazing, and I really loved, you know, sci-fi fantasy, and Throne of Glass was the first series I read in that type of genre, and I haven't read anything else. And I discovered that I love that type of style of writing, and I heard this is kind of similar. And the second book, which is I have it written down. Where do I have it written down? Yeah, The Mime Order is coming out January 27th. So I ordered this book, and when it got here, this isn't the one that came with the order. It was like ruined, completely ruined. So I was so upset. I contacted them that, you know, like it was ripped, broken, like everything was awful. And I did not buy a scratch and dent version. So I contacted them. It took forever because they responded, but then I responded, they misunderstood, and it just took a really long time. And finally, I was just angry about it, and then I found it on Barnes & Noble, and they have a huge sale on this book, you guys, right now. If you do want to get it, the hardcover on the Barnes & Noble website, it's only $3.99. $3.99, and that is 83% off. It's cheaper than what I paid for this, right? Right, that's what I said, because on Barnes it's $3.99, and I paid for this, how much? Flipping through prices on my phone. Yeah, $4.19. So it's a lot cheaper at Barnes & Noble right now if you guys want to get it. And they finally sent me this, but because it took forever, I actually placed an order with Barnes & Noble to get it to come in with the second book. So now I'm gonna have my Barnes & Noble copy, this gorgeous copy, which is just like in pristine condition. I mean, it just has that tiny dot that Book Outlet does. So now I have, you know, a brand new copy coming in, this copy, and the ruined copy. So So I went from wanting this book to now having 2 good copies and a damaged one. So I don't know, I might give this as a gift to someone, one of the copies, and just get on with it. But I mean, I've heard nothing but great things about this book, and so I'm excited. And I think I'm just gonna like do a mini reading marathon and read the first and second book together once that comes out. So yeah, that's my little rant about how long it took for that. So all 11 books, which most of them were hardcover as you saw, are the Black Friday sale with tax and shipping. I only paid $32.98, so that's not bad. I mean, the bone season alone is $24, so that was a steal in my opinion. So yeah guys, that was my Black Friday book outlet order that I placed. I mean, it was an amazing deal, you know, 11 books for like $32 after tax and shipping. That's a freaking steal. I mean, they're all pretty much hardcover, and I'm really excited to start them. And let me know if any of you guys have these books or the series, if you like them, if you didn't like them, what you think, and leave any comments down below. Let me know. And I hope you guys like this video, and you know, keep watching. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you next time. Bye!